Is your dog too big or too fat? Or you want to avoid this for your dog you have right now? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm veterinarian Neil de Schrijver and I help cat and dog owners avoid sudden sickness and high medical bills without the long waiting times and stress, and so Dr. Google doesn't give you a heart attack. If you'd like to avoid medical or behavioral problems for your furry friend, be sure to click the subscription button below and hit that bell button so you get notified every time I release a new video. Seriously guys, please click the subscription button. It would help me out so much. I cannot keep making this content without your support. Obesity is unfortunately a big problem in pets, and the number of obese dogs keep rising and rising. So I really want to help you guys out today by giving you 9 tips to avoid this problem for your dog or to help him lose weight when he's already overweight. Tip 1. The starting point. First of all, you need to weigh your dog. You need to know what his weight is at this current moment. So you can decide if it's the weight you want to maintain, or we can find out what the right weight is for him. If he doesn't want to sit still on the scale, the best thing you can do is pick him up, weigh yourself together, put him down, weigh yourself, and calculate the difference so you will know how much your dog weighs. Don't be afraid of the number that pops up on the scales. It's just a number. We need to assess the body condition score next. So if you don't know what that is, I've mentioned this in a previous video on how you can know if your dog is overweight or not. I will put a link in the description below and at the end of this video, or it might pop up on top here somewhere. If you're unsure about this and you live in Belgium near Aalst, please make an appointment through the link I also put in the description below and I will assess this for you. If not, go see your vet or your veterinarian assistant. They are trained in doing this correctly. Tip 2. The weight loss rate. For cats this is way more important than for dogs, but you really cannot give your dog a crash diet. You will kill him. So it's better to make him lose like 2 to 5% of his current weight a week than to make him lose too much weight too quickly. It will not help or benefit your dog. Tip 3. Food. Slowly switch to only dog food and no other treats. If your dog is a dog who got a lot of human food, and especially if it gets scraps from the table, you will have to mix in the dry food and slowly give less and less human food and more dog food. If he really whines at the dinner table, you can keep some of his dog food in a little container at your dinner table to give him as a treat instead of a human food treat. And once you have this down, that he's only eating dog food, then it's much more easier to switch over to an actual diet food if necessary, if your dog is not losing enough weight without a diet food. He might lose enough weight just from going from human food to actual dog food. What an actual diet food does is give him a more satiated feeling, for which he will not be so hungry, and the calories given are much less. It can help to give your dog some wet food in addition to the dry food, but be careful if you do this too much and he is only eating the wet food. Obesity is more likely, and dental problems as well. So if you give wet food, mix it in with the dry food so there's still a little bit of a crunch in there, and give more dry food than wet food always. It actually can help against urinary problems, some wet food as well, if your dog is not a big drinker. But what you certainly need to do if you're starting to give wet food or you've given it already quite a bit, you need to start brushing his teeth. And I've made a video about this earlier. I'll put the link here or at the end of this video or in the description below so you can find it easily. Tip 4. The amount. I hear a lot of owners say, well, I don't know how my dog got fat. He doesn't eat much at all. So I don't know how to make him lose weight because I don't know how to give him even less food than this. This is a very common thing. So once your dog is too big, he doesn't need much extra calories to maintain that weight because his metabolism has made this the normal state and the metabolism wants him to stay in this weight. It is like a survival instinct of the body. Also, your dog is not moving around much when he's too big, so he's not really burning much calories. Start weighing the amount of food that you give your dog every day. Now, usually every bag has something on the backside with this is how much grams you can give for how much your dog weighs. Now, be careful, you have to give the amount not for the current weight but for his ideal weight, and if these numbers are too far apart, then start somewhere in the middle. Like if your dog is 60 kilograms right now, you might want to give him 50 kilograms and weigh him weekly so you can see if he's losing weight or barely. Then you might want to adjust this. These are guidelines on the bag. This is not for every dog exactly the same. Eating on certain times of the day might actually help quite a bit as well. Tip 5. Food puzzles. Especially if your dog gobbles his food, then food puzzles might be the answer. So you have two kinds. The one is mobile and the other is stationary. So mobiles are things that roll around and your dog has to get moving. So that's good for his exercise. There are holes in there and you can adjust the holes. Only put dry food in there though. And there are stationary kinds where he actually has to figure out how to get to his dry food. So I highly recommend this, not only against gobbling, but also against boredom, for example. So get his brain working. Tip 6. Exercise. Get him moving. Be sure that he is not in any pain. Have him checked out by the vet first, because this might impair him to do a lot of exercise. Start by doing small walks around the neighborhood and increase it bit by bit. And so after a while you can do some longer walks. You can also play with him. Be careful with fetch though, so he doesn't strain his muscles. Don't do it too long at a time. Exercise and the right amount of food will make a huge difference for your dog. You will see when he's losing weight, he will get more and more energy and want to play and walk with you much more, which I think is why you got your dog in the first place. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments below. Tip 7. A checkup. As I mentioned previously already, go have your dog checked out by your vet before you go on this journey of making your dog lose weight. You might have a physical or health problem which makes all your efforts for nothing, like hypothyroidism. Your dog will not lose weight easily or not at all. So go have him checked out first so you are sure that your dog is otherwise in a good health. Tip 8. Your mindset. What is also very important is to make a switch in your mindset. Food is not love. You're loving your dog to death. Dogs oftentimes seek just attention, and this is frequently confused by owners that they might be hungry. So you give him a treat or something. Yes, your dog is very happy he got the treat, but that doesn't mean he loves you. I give dogs treats in my practice all the time, and I'm pretty sure lots of dogs don't love the veterinarian. So yeah, it's not the same as love. He's just hungry. A dog that is overweight can't fully be happy, because he cannot function properly and do all the things that dogs love and make them happy and healthy and relaxed. Tip 9. Be patient. Like I mentioned before, this might take a long time before your dog is at this ideal weight. It might take 6 months, it might take a year, but take your time. It will be well worth it. Your dog will live longer, he will be happier, he will be healthier, less prone to illnesses, you name it. But you cannot put him on a crash diet because he might die. A big wake-up call, and no sugarcoating, pun intended. Obesity will kill your dog, and it will be a slow and painful way to go. So please don't sit with this information that you've got from me today and be frustrated, take action now, not tomorrow, today. And if you hit any problems, please let me know in the comment section below so I can help you out. It is not too late to save your dog's life. Let's keep your furry friend happy and healthy together, and I will see you in the next video.